Millions of people struggle to survive one of the worst monsoons in living memory. Rising water has driven millions of families from their homes and hundreds of people have died. The displaced crowd the city streets searching for some means of survival. 40% of the country is underwater. People have lost their possessions, their homes, their livelihoods. But most importantly, people have lost their access to clean drinking water. This is an emergency. The aftermath of flooding can be even more devastating. As the water recedes, diseases thrive. Many people fall victim to cholera, typhoid, shigellosis, E. coli, all of which can cause very rapid and potentially deadly dehydration. Very few resources are available to those who become ill, but one, the hospital at ICDDR, has been saving lives here for more than 40 years. Weak, malnourished, and severely dehydrated, patients are arriving clinging for life. Sick as they are, these patients are the lucky ones. They are treated and released often within 24 hours due to the hospital's standard use of reduced osmolarity rehydration solution and its prudent use of antibiotics in an effort to contain antibiotic resistance. As the flooding continues, the number of patients rises. With a normal capacity of 150, tents are erected outside the hospital to make room for more beds. By mid-August, 1,000 new patients are arriving each day. The hospital turns no one away, committed to treating all who come through its doors. Almost 20,000 square feet of temporary shelter is being created. Doctors are employed, volunteers are sought, 65 new nurses join. Tailors and builders assemble new cholera cots, almost 600 new beds in total. Kitchen staff prepare more life-saving rice saline solution, up from the usual 600 liters to over 5,500 liters per day. Every day, life-saving IV saline is shipped in. While the crisis continues, so does the science. In the face of this emergency, the Dhaka hospital maintains its low mortality rate due to its commitment to evidence-based therapy and medicine. Hospital surveillance on every 50th patient, ongoing since 1979, along with clinical trials, develops knowledge for life-saving solutions. Along with tracking etiology, not only of diarrheal but other important bacterial diseases, the surveillance conducted at ICDDR monitors crucial antimicrobial susceptibility of key pathogens in Bangladesh, immediately sharing results with clinicians and healthcare providers across the country.
The study that we are conducting here is a multi-dose ciprofloxacin. The reason is earlier we have done a single-dose ciprofloxacin and which was found to be very effective, but recently the MIC of Cipro has gone almost 80-fold high since last 10 years, so single dose doesn't work anymore.
ICDDR is quick to respond to clinical evidence of drug resistance, supported by the surveillance and data from its state-of-the-art laboratories. The flooding this August has seen new drug-resistant pathogens emerge. Further minimum inhibitory concentration testing resulted in a rapid change of antibiotic use in the clinical management of this severe diarrhea. 40-year-old Zarina has been suffering acute diarrhea and vomiting for the last 5 hours. Her husband has rushed to the Dhaka hospital from 10 kilometers away in a state of severe dehydration and collapse. With no pulse, blood pressure not recordable, and at a stage of hypovolemic shock, she is seconds away from death. Within 2 minutes of arrival, she has multiple IV channels inserted. And soon, she is out of danger, responding to doctors and relatives and eating food. Diarrheal disease can be rapidly fatal and, if left untreated, may result in up to 50% mortality. Less than 24 hours later, Zarina is checking herself out of the hospital and can return to her 3 children. In a city of 14 million, this hospital has a reputation for saving lives. People with diarrhea travel from near and far because it is free and because it is the only service of its kind in the country. This patient has traveled 4 hours because he has faith and confidence in the service provided here and because he knows his life will be saved. Each year, the Dhaka hospital treats more than 110,000 patients, 35,000 of whom would die without the free and efficient care available here. As flood waters recede and temperatures soar, infections and diseases increase, bringing even more patients through its doors. By the end of this program, the Dhaka hospital has saved at least one life. It costs $2 million per year to operate the hospital. And these funds need to be raised each year. Raised from people who know what it means to save a life. Raised from people like you. ICDDR depends on donations to continue its life-saving treatment. And during the severe 2007 floods, we depend on you to be able to continue saving lives.